Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with Phone Arena here, and you are watching the review of the Samsung Galaxy Grand Duos. The Grand Duos is Samsung's answer to the budget large screen devices that have been flooding the Indian market recently. This also happens to be Samsung's latest dual SIM Android smartphone running on Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. So let's take a look at the hardware of the Grand Duos. On the front, you have a monstrous 5-inch WVGA LCD screen with 800 by 480 pixels being the resolution. It means that you get a measly 186 ppi for pixel density, which makes the content not too crisp for our tastes. The display is bright, but the colors look washed out. As expected, the design of the phone is similar to the Galaxy S3, but the phone is slightly larger and doesn't have a wedge shape like the latter. There is a 2 megapixel front-facing camera on the top with the usual proximity and ambient light sensors next to it. Below the display is a large physical home button, which is a standard on all Galaxy devices, along with capacitive touch buttons for back and options on either sides. At the bottom, there is a micro USB slot along with the tiny microphone hole, which is used for voice calls. The 3.5mm audio jack is at the top of the device. On the right, there is a power button and the volume rocker is on the left. The power button is also used as the lock switch. The phone has chrome finish on its sides with the thickness coming in at 9.6mm, which is not too bad for a huge phone like this. You can see tiny patterns on the plastic back, which is unique to the Galaxy Grand Duos. Both the S3 and Note 2 come with a shiny plastic back too, but they don't have any pattern to it. There is a 8 megapixel camera on the back with LED flash. It has a backside illuminated sensor for better low light imaging. So the images are pretty good, and of course there are a lot of options in the camera UI, such as face detection, panorama and smile shot, along with options for macro focus and anti-shake. There are some really useful extras. It can also record 1080p Full HD videos with autofocus, but manual touch focus is an option too. The video quality is pretty good, but we noticed that the audio is not too crisp due to the lack of secondary microphone, and there is some distortion too. When you remove the plastic back cover, you can see the SIM card and the memory card slots. Being a dual SIM phone, the primary SIM card slot is at the top, below the LED flash, while the SIM2 slot is present below the battery. The phone uses normal full-size SIM card slots, unlike the Galaxy S3, which has a micro SIM slot. There is a micro SD card slot next to it, which supports cards up to 64 GB. Samsung has implemented the Smart Dual SIM feature that automatically forwards calls from the phone number on SIM 2 even if you are on the phone with SIM 1's number. It doesn't work on all the service providers since some don't allow call forwarding when the line is busy. You also get options to call or send a message through either of your two SIMs in the dial pad as well as the SMS compose screen. The keyboard, which is made by Samsung, has continuous input just like the swipe keyboard. Powering the internals is a Broadcom BCM28155 dual-core Cortex A9 processor clocked at 1.2 GHz. It has a Video Core 4 GPU that powers these games, which seem to perform well. There are a lot of pre-installed apps that come with TouchWiz, including a file manager, voice recorder, and of course the usual array of Google apps. The music player is simple and can play various audio formats, and also has a FM radio with recording. And yes, it can play 1080p Full HD video with the pop-up play feature that we are showing you here. Coming to the core software, it runs on Android 4.1.2 Jelly Bean with the TouchWiz Nature UX layer on top. This is similar to Samsung's other high-end devices in the market. Even though the phone lacks some of the features that are present in the high-end Galaxy S3, it has most of the features, including the ripple effect on the lock screen, which seems to lack in other Samsung devices, the Smart Stay, the S Voice, which is the personal assistant, the quick camera access, and other gimmicky features like the motion and lots more. It even has the very useful multi-window feature, which lets you run two apps simultaneously on a single screen. With 3.94 gigabytes of user memory and a micro SD card slot to expand the storage, you're very much covered for storage options. But the problem is you can't move the apps from phone to SD card, which we think is important due to the huge sizes of games these days. The 2100 mAh battery is pretty much average, mainly because this is a dual SIM phone. So the battery almost lasts less than a day, but you can enable the power saving mode that optimizes the power using by reducing the CPU and of course playing around with the screen settings. Overall, the performance is pretty good compared to other mid-range dual-core Android smartphones. At a price tag of about 21,500, if you want a large screen Samsung device and can compromise on the low resolution display, instead go for the unique software features, then definitely go for this phone. So that's it for our video review. You can check out the complete review in which we have more details on this phone on our blog. The link is down below. Do subscribe to our channel for more reviews.